Alright guys, I'm here at the shop this morning. I've been sitting on a video for a little bit of a Chevy pickup truck with an 1.3 turbo kit that I did. I don't really have a lot of time to sit down and edit the, I don't know, probably got close to 20 hours of recorded video. It doesn't mean I'm going to use all that, but you know, I have a ton of video from this truck. It was a long process, everything I did on it, and we got some pretty awesome numbers out of it. To kind of, you know, at least be able to post the power numbers, I'm gonna just shoot this, you know, intro that I'm doing right now, and post up a short clip of it running on the dyno and me taking it on a road test. Pretty basic setup. It was a 6.0 in a Chevy 2500 four-wheel drive. It had a sloppy stage 2 cam in it, 1.3 turbo kit with a 76mm turbo, a truck intake manifold running Deka 80 injectors, still on stock ECU. I switched it over to a P59 and running a flex fuel setup, and I had some problems throughout the whole process of tuning it. There was some stuff that was missed on the build, but for the most part, you know, we were getting some pretty awesome numbers out of it. And ended up making about 760 horse. I'm gonna post a chart with the video here. It was on 14 pounds of boost on the dyno. It would taper down to about 12 as it hit the top of the run, and then it had a built 4L60 or 4L80E in it. Can't really think of anything else. There's definitely some things skimped on the build, and the customer is going to be correcting some of that stuff. But for the most part, what I would do to make this same setup and what I would normally build for a customer would be 6.0 iron block. This was still running Gen 3 rods in this one. Gap the rings out on it to do the bottom end work, just go everything, make sure everything's all clean and fresh in the bottom. You know, decent size cam. Sloppy stage 2 is a pretty good one for the turbo setups. As far as heads go, just clean them up, maybe do a valve job if needed. New valve seals, upgrade the push rods, and I always recommend to do a trunnion upgrade on the rockers. And then you're good with the pack springs if you're going to be running a smaller cam like the sloppy stage 2. If you're going for something over 600 lift, you're going to have to run a dual spring, which then you got to change the seals out to run the dual spring seals. And then intake manifold's kind of up to you. The truck manifold works good if you want to deal with what it looks like. You know, there's obviously a bunch of other options out there, and that's kind of up to your discretion as far as what you want to do. I'm more than welcome to answer any questions that I can with that kind of stuff. As far as fuel goes, on this truck, on E85, on the Deka 80s, it was pretty much running out of fuel right at the end. I had the injector duty cycle around about 94%. And it was running a Walboro 450, or yeah, a Walboro 450 in the tank. Can't really think of much else. Like I said, pretty basic setup. I set it when he came in. He was on a P59 already, but he didn't even know it. I set it up for the flex fuel for him, and I did some runs with it on E85 and pump gas. When I post the full length video, I'll get into all that stuff a little bit more, but for the most part, what I'm doing here is just posting a video, you know, of the truck, doing some pulls, and then I also did a road test around the area with it. So I'll be posting that right after this. Alright, I'm back here with another update. This morning I came in, still had the truck on E85, which was actually about E66 on the content sensor. Did a couple pulls,
what we ended up was 760 foot-pounds and 840 some foot-pounds of torque, somewhere around there. Pretty good numbers. I'm pretty happy with them. You know, there's a couple things that need to be done to this truck to really get it any further than where it's at. Main thing right now is we're right at the cusp of maxing out the map sensor, so we're kind of stuck there. Really isn't much more for it. The customer wanted to pretty much stay where it is anyways. He wasn't even expecting to make as much power as it is making. So right now what I've done is I took it back to pump gas because we were having a blow-off valve issue. I just want to verify a couple things with the tune and make sure that everything's okay on the bottom end so that I don't have anything off in the calibration for it being on pump gas versus the E85 since we did have that leak by issue with blow-off valve before. I did a pull, just a preliminary pull as it sits, with pretty modest timing in it. At 8 psi, it made 589 and 700 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm going to do a little bit of tuning here and get things a little bit closer and just do a quick record of, you know, kind of me running through the motions here and doing my thing. So just enjoy.